Welcome to the General Marshall Bike Bus videos. This is the second in a series of videos showing people how the routes are configured to get their children safe to school. So this is the Pecan Springs Manor route, and we rode it. Two of us rode it together with no children, just adults. And let's take a look and see what it looks like. Here are the maps of the Pecan Springs Manor route of the General Marshall Bike Bus. Starting on the right side of the map at Basswood Lane, it follows Norwood Hills Road. There's a great downhill on that. And when Norwood Hill Road reaches Pecan Springs, we merge in there. A little bit further along, we come to Manor Road. We have to make a left turn here, so the bikes typically will get on the sidewalk on the left side and then use the crosswalk to cross to a protected bikeway. Down Manor Road to 51st Street is a protected bikeway all the way along here, and with the lights, that's a pretty safe route. At the Zach Scott intersection, we turn right from a protected bikeway into a two-way protected bikeway, and that's a good route. Typically, we would turn off the two-way protected bikeway into the school driveway, and that takes us right up to the back of the school, which is better looking right now than this map shows. In the video, you will see that we actually went around and turned on Tilley Street to get to the front of the school.
So this is what we call the Pecan Springs Manor route, and mostly because we take a little section of Manor to get to the school. A lot of people don't like it because there's so many cars that are on Manor, but it's got a pretty good bike lane and it's just such a quick ride.
Yeah, coming up here, I was surprised. I'm here already.
Yes, yes, very much.
So we're at the corner of Basswood
and Norwood Hill.
Norwood
Hill Lane.
Okay. And what's right behind us? That's an intersection with Springdale?
Springdale, and the Little Walnut Creek Trailhead is also right behind us across on Springdale.
Okay, so I know I'm located.
So we're just north of 51st on Springdale, just to the west of that intersection.
Okay. You lead out and I'll follow.
Okay. And I love the nice wide streets that this neighborhood has.
Oh, look at this hill. This has got to be fun. All right, so here we are going on to...
The little wrinkle in the road is right about here. Good morning. On my rides into work, I always try to say hi to the people on the roads, and it gives them better eyes on us so that people will drive more carefully.
Pull uphill. All right, this is Pecan Springs. Okay.
So a quick ride through the neighborhood gets us over here to Manor. And on Manor, I like to pass over to the left so that we
All right,
can walk
this is
into the
unusual.
crosswalk.
She likes to do
Usually
this
when we
because
get
of the
out
crossing.
here for our bike ride to school, there's a long line of cars coming down on Manor, so it's a lot easier to come in on the crosswalk. I look at all the drivers, try to look at them in the eyes so that they know that we're ready to go and we're watching them and they can watch us.
Yep.
And here we go to the left.
So a nice separated bikeway here. Decent buffer posts and very consistent. People aren't having to guess what's coming next.
Now we're coming up at 51st and Manor. And either direction, if we go right here, we hit a couple of hills on 51st. And if we go straight on Manor, we hit one hill going into the Mueller neighborhood. So I prefer going straight. Once we get to the Mueller neighborhood, it'll be a simple right turn into the neighborhood. If we turn to the right here and take Tilly from 51st, then we have to navigate an intersection without bike lights,
Right.
without lights for us. So that can be a little tougher.
Someday they'll have lights there.
Yes, I'm sure.
They promise us.
They actually told us that they're planning on putting in a bike light. So one of the ones that flashes when the
Flashing
bike
beacons,
comes up.
yeah.
The good thing about the Manor Hill too is that it's got a nice downhill, so you've got some momentum to propel you back up on the uphill. Watch your head with the branches.
In fact, the branches actually messed up the sound and the focus on our camera. So we'll continue riding and see how this works. We are coming up to the right turn into the Mueller neighborhood where the school is located. And it's got a very nice protected bikeway here. So we'll make the turn and get onto a two-way protected bikeway. Look at the median on the other side between us and traffic. So this is where the trail behind the school will take off and go to the right. This is all school property on that right side. These will be the sports fields along this area, and really lots of nice space. And this is the entrance that on a school day we might actually take, because that's where people will be coming in to drop off their children. this right turn off of Zach Scott onto Tilly puts us on the other two-way bikeway in Mueller. That's an interesting intersection back there. And you can see the school up on the right. And we'll climb this last hill and be at the exit for the drop-off. So here's the entry exit for the drop-off right there, and there's lots of bike racks back in there. I'll show you that in a little bit.
Now, as long as we can get some breakfast tacos on that route.
Ooh, we got some hills.
The one hill, we just need a little momentum coming up from it, and it makes it much more manageable. But yeah, nice little ride.
It was. And it was quick.
It was
That's
very
one
quick.
thing that'll show on the film is how fast it really was. So you ride every morning?
I don't ride that route directly, but I have been riding every morning and every day. I come up Springdale usually when I go to pick up the kids. That's the final tail of the route that I come in. But I have to drop my son off a little bit further north at Wynn Elementary, and then I ride to the start from there and then over from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good route, and I get my workout, and I don't even have to, take any extra time out of my day.
You're going to have some good lights later in the year.
Yep.
It, it's already dark coming over this morning.
So I do have some of the yellow safety vests as well. I probably have 20 of those, and the reflective,
Right, yeah, this reflective vest is so much good. So you are Bobby Sandoval.
I am Bobby Sandoval.
And what exactly is your role in the school?
I am a special education teacher at General Marshall Middle School, and I really have nothing to do with bikes here during the day, except I am hoping to get some bikes to bring them over and figure out how my kids can jump on them when they need like an energy break or something from class. I found that was very useful when I did work at an elementary school.
Particularly with your special ed kids?
Yes, yes, or just the really antsy ones. A lot of students with ADHD and
Yep.
a lot of us. I mean, even a lot of us sitting down all day long. It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do, and really we need to be giving our kiddos breaks. And I think that they would be more ready to learn and be a lot more attentive if they get a good body break in between. So hopefully we'll get some bikes here soon, and we can start getting some body breaks to kids during the day.
That's great. Yeah, okay.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Just getting the kids on bikes. Just noticing some of our parents that I've encouraged to have their kids ride to school, they were very nervous to have their kids ride to school alone.
Sure.
So I think that's a big hurdle with some of our students. And hopefully we can tackle that hurdle with our upcoming community rides as well. So we're looking at once a month rides where we go to our neighborhood schools that feed into Mueller and get them over here in the farmers market and everything. Yeah, just
ride to the farmers market.
socializing with other people who ride bikes, getting them more comfortable on bikes, and letting them see that it's really doable and safe.
All right.
Thank you, Preston.
Thank you, Bobby.
Well, that was short and sweet, and really was a lot of fun riding in with Bobby Sandoval. Remember, this whole project of the bike bus is supported by WAAO Bikes, who provided a bike for a raffle and people to help organize, and Gisela's Cycling Initiative, who are teaching people how to ride safely, both students, volunteers, and parents. So I'm part of WAAO, a nonprofit called We Are All One, and we are producing these videos. Thank you.